So believe it or not, I am a 5th generation farmer who grew up in a tiny town of like 8,000 people. Somehow I find myself now living in one of the most densely populated places on earth, Hong Kong, right in the middle of Hong Kong Island. Today I'm going to take you for a walk around my new suburb, show you the sights, and take along my new daily carry, well not new, a used APS-C camera that now sells for like 500 bucks. Let's check it out.
In this video, folks, we're going to take a casual walk around my new home neighborhood and the surrounding suburbs to show you some of the challenges of living in Hong Kong and what I love about it.
So, welcome to Hong Kong, folks. I've been living here since November. It is a big lifestyle change, you'll notice. It's busy, it's hectic, but it's really fun living here. The area I'm living is kind of an oasis on Hong Kong Island, and I absolutely love it. Today I'm going to take you around this area, which is Causeway Bay. It's got all kinds of things like designer mask shops, luxury stores, grocery stores. It's kind of the Chim Sa Choy of Hong Kong Island. We're also going to go to Wanchai, which is a really kind of mishmash of old and new together, and do some cool things. I'm going to see about getting one of the old ladies to help me do some voodoo magic to bring good luck. And then we'll go to Happy Valley, which is where I actually live. In terms of my camera kit, this is what I've had since I moved here. You would have seen I've done some portrait shoots with Honey in the day with this. I got this to go hiking with and that kind of thing. It's the Fuji X-T2 with the 18 to 55mm variable aperture 2.8 to f4 lens. It's just a really fun camera to shoot with. I got this combo from KH Camera. They're partners of the channel, have been for years. They're sponsoring this video. You can pick these up for like $500 or $600 now. KH offer a 180-day warranty. They check, clean, service everything that they sell, and they have a 21-day returns window if you change your mind. You can also sell any unwanted gear that you may have. We're going to test this out as we go around the city, but for now, let's get away from the busy intersection and take a walk around Causeway Bay. So Causeway Bay kind of has everything. We only really come here because it's so convenient. There's hundreds, probably thousands of restaurants within a couple of square blocks, big department stores, cosmetics, an Apple store, everything that you could want. Plus, just on this street, Vacheron Constantin, 2 dealers, a Rolex dealer, Omega, JLC, Piaget, Blancpain. It's no surprise that my lust for watches has been fueled here. And just around the corner is the Leica Boutique flagship, so let's check it out.
Now, the Leica Boutique is tucked in just between a couple of the biggest shopping malls near Times Square and Hayson Place. If you get a chance to stop by, they have a great little library, have all of the different equipment on display, and they have one of the best coffee shops in the area in the store, so you can have a look at some gear whilst you sip your latte.
Now, that's not what this video is about, but just around the corner is a place that I bought my first watch in Hong Kong. Let's go see if they have anything nice in stock. This is Ken's Watches. Shout out to Stan and Samuel who introduced me. I actually got that one, which is the Rolex Batman, about 3 months ago, and it's actually gone up like $3,000 US in that time, so winning. I really shouldn't buy anything else, but it doesn't hurt to have a little window shop. Hi again. How are you? How much is the Batman now? Batgirl.
This one?
Batgirl.
The Batgirl is 138.
138. Okay. I bought it at a good time.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest, Causeway Bay really is just a commercial shopping area full of fancy shops, but if you look around and look up, there's some nice things still to shoot on a casual walk around.
So this giant golden bull is kind of a buffalo. It's not because this is Wall Street like in New York. This is because that's the year of the ox in Chinese calendar. So of course here it's made out of kind of an origami golden ox because this is a fancy shopping district. And it's right outside a Chanel store. This is a similar story you're going to hear throughout this video. As soon as you take a few streets off the major shopping streets, actually just right there is all the designer stuff. Right here is the world's loudest minibus and traditional bakery and fruit shop and whatever. There's a cute little used shop in here that has a bird. Last time it bit me, but I want you to meet it anyway.
Tattoo shop.
Well, last time this guy was here, cute bird. Hi birdie, bit me. Great story, Matt. You had to be there. Let's keep moving. Pretty cool. Not what you expect for right in the middle of the commercial hub of kind of Hong Kong Island.
I have to say that Fuji performs really well for this kind of walking around. It is small and unobtrusive. It doesn't get tiring to carry it around all day. The autofocus is really quick and responsive, and the tilting screen is great for getting interesting compositions.
The banana chocolate chip. If you're a fan of Digital Rev, two things are about to collide. One, the pancakes, and two, well, they always had trolley man. Anyway, these pancakes, the kind of waffle, egg tart, whatever they are classic here. They're normally like 10 Hong Kong dollars, which is like $1.20, $1.50 US. These ones are like 32, but they're like chocolate chip and fun stuff. So let's try one. Go say, oh, that evil. It's so cute. So, this has chocolate chips and banana cooked into it. It's actually delicious. We should make more of these. Let me introduce my suburb videos to you guys because I'm getting to meet my suburb. Did you want a piece? Psych. No. We can shoot Swatch if you want. Or the Apple Watches. So these are the two hottest models on the market, pretty much. That's selling for triple retail, the other one for at least triple. Of course, neither of them are actually for sale though. Have a little look.
One eternity later.
Okay, sorry to keep you waiting in the heat, but they had a really hot model there that you hardly ever see. To be honest, Causeway Bay is a place to come and shop and eat. It's not really like full of interesting things to see. Let's jump on the tram and we can go check out Wanchai, and then we'll go to Happy Valley, which is my actual home area. We're gonna catch the tram to our next stop. They only, as far as I know, exist on Hong Kong Island. The dimensions and layout of them hasn't really changed for like 80 years or something. They're kind of quaint. On days like today, it's boiling hot because there's no AC. But they're reasonably efficient and cost like 30 cents to go as far as you want on them. So it's kind of cool to ride them if where you're going doesn't have an air-conditioned bus. Now here's something that might surprise you still exists in Hong Kong, let alone in such a built-up area. Under this overpass, just off the tram line, are these ladies. They're known as Da Xin Yan Apo. So as I understand it, it's more about getting rid of your bad luck, which could take the form of people who mean to do you harm. I don't need to give a name to get cursed, but if you think you've wronged me, imagine I gave your name.
Enemy.
Enemy. YouTube haters. Các位眾神，
八位菩薩
八位菩薩。
保佑你，佢叫咩名
Matthew Charles Granger，
平平安安，
平平安安，
事事順利，
事事安利，
身體健康。
身體健康，步步高升。
係耶！
Oh, and AP Openwork Ceramic. Oh, she's
幾好打。
beating the shit out of them, huh?
Oh, this is a tiger.
So after beating them to smithereens, she wraps those pieces of paper that represent your enemies inside a tiger and then sets the whole thing on fire.
Not bad.
解走你啲衰嘢，全部鬆走佢。
鬆咗入去。
係
Yeah.
耶！
Wow. truly the best thing to be doing on such a hot day. Yeah! I feel like I'm in an after-school special. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
Yeah! So that was genuinely really fun. The lady was super cool. I think basically they're street performers, but with cooler knickknacks on display. She certainly knew how to keep me engaged and make it a fun little process, and I guess I'm getting everything I ever wanted. Let's go. Now we're at Wanchai. This is one of my favorite areas. It's such an interesting mix of really local stuff still jammed in the middle. Like this street market just a block from here is the big government immigration buildings, the computer center we're going to go to later, trams, don't get hit by a tram. Let's take a walk through. Oh, this could be where I get my future model outfits. Oh, I never knew this was here. That whole rack is $5. That's like 80 US cents per shirt or dress or whatever. 20 bucks is $2.50. You know, Hong Kong is often referred to as a refrigerator because outside is so hot and the shops are so air conditioned. In a market like this where the doors are open and then you've got the roof cover, it's all kind of half air conditioned because all the shops behind us have it blasting. So as you walk past each shop, you get hit with cold air and the whole area is like 5 degrees cooler than once you leave the street market. Gotta watch my bag. You've been doing really good work this month. Did you want a little something? What about that one? That's the face I sometimes show you, I think. More watches. Here you go, Kate. I told you I'd get you something nice. What do you think? So funky.
One interesting thing in Hong Kong, workers all go out for lunch. None of this brown bag at your desk, so you'll find the streets could be a little quiet until 11, but once people come out for lunch, there's lines outside a lot of the restaurants. Next up, we saw this little puppy outside a pharmacy staring off with some Pokemon masks. Pretty fun for a little shot.
Again, just a block from the street market. Here is the Wanchai computer market, to be honest. It's not nearly as good as the ones in Sham Shui Po or Mong Kok. The prices here are typically more. Some things are lower, but being so close to my house, it's the one I more often come to. Have a look. Actually, we were just here yesterday to buy a couple of SSDs, so we kind of know our way around. There's 2 different floors and they do have some camera stores here as well.
Oh, here we go, cameras. What do we got? The Z5. I guess they don't have anything as old as this.
And if you're looking for the best prices on Samsung T7 SSDs, Farm Computer seems to have the best in Hong Kong.
We stopped off to get some really local snacks here. We got a few different little things, all just $1 or $2 each, and again, a different type of waffle.
I think it's got caramel and butter, oh, peanut butter and butter? I'm not sure. Tastes very naughty. That will be Kate's. And this is a classic. Just a bargain. I'm sure it has no nutrition, it's just to fill a hole. So chun fan, which is rice roll, the fish silmai, which is basically fish protein and then just flour, and then beef ball, which probably has about 10% beef in it as well. But it's got peanut sauce and hoisin sauce and chili sauce and soy sauce. So it's got all of your salt intake for the entire day. No nutrition, but like a $2 or $3 snack.
After that third reload of carbs for the day. Let's head back now onto the tram to my home suburb of Happy Valley.
So one thing I love about living in Happy Valley, we're right on the ding ding or the tram line. You've got buses, there's loads of taxis around this area, but it doesn't get nearly the foot traffic or kind of tourists don't come here basically because there's no MTR station. So at times like today when it's 30 degrees Celsius, boiling hot, having to take a minibus or whatever is a bit inconvenient instead of the train, but it means it's a whole lot quieter. And basically to get in and out, there's one circle road that goes around the Happy Valley Racecourse, which is right here. And if you're living here as a resident, that's actually really cool because you can go down in there and use it for exercise. They play sports and everything in there. It's a nice open kind of respite from the city surrounding you. But anyway, buses, trams, taxis, Uber, minibuses, there's lots of options here. Another thing I love in Happy Valley, and this was totally by chance, when we moved in here, we found just around the corner from where I'm living is this great little temple. It's multi-layered, it's got these great different incense and candles and stuff going on. And like a lot of the temples in Hong Kong, they're totally photo friendly as long as you don't use flash or tripods. Let's have a look. Good to know Fuji Face Detect picks up these little dolls. The way the lanterns work here, whether it's a lantern or like an incense, you can basically sponsor one and then the local priest will do some kind of blessing on it to bring you good fortune. It's basically the way of trying to make a donation to the temple and keep it running without, you know, being a formal charity. As I said, this has kind of been my walk around camera since I moved to Hong Kong. You certainly can argue that it doesn't have the same image quality as a full frame. I'm not going down that avenue. This isn't a camera review per se, but I will say for the size, compactness, responsiveness, enjoyment of using it, the image quality is totally fine. It's good, it's excellent. Is it as good as the leading full frame camera? No, but it's also much lighter and enjoyable for this kind of shooting. So the low light, maybe it's one small downfall. If you want, I'll pop a kit of images you can download over at Art Nude Portraiture. Link will be below. But today is just about walking around and having some fun shooting. Pretty much every little village in Hong Kong they're still based on villages from 100 years ago, but every little community has a wet market where the municipal building and stuff is. To be honest, the one in Happy Valley isn't great. There's some really good ones nearby, like in Sheung Wan, Central, and even Wanchai. But let's take a little look and I'll show you the kind of stuff they have there. So as I said, Happy Valley's like a little oasis, but as you can see, just there is Central. There's the famous IFC building in the distance. So this unusually curvy and sculptural building behind me is the Happy Valley kind of municipal building. It's got the library, the government offices and whatnot, and the cooked food market, which is like a wet market where you can buy seafood, meat, vegetables, but then they also have tailors and all kinds of stuff in there. So let's take a look. Okay, so level 1 is like the fruit and tailors and toy shops and florists and whatever you could imagine. This is, though, a pretty small market. I do love that the Fuji makes it so easy to take a white balance setting. Boom, these weird lights are fixed. Oh, flower crab. These guys are really expensive but delicious. So as a seafood lover, I love these kind of markets. As I said though, the one here isn't the best. There's much better places to buy seafood, and if you really want to get nice stuff, you need to be here like at first light, and I'm normally still in bed at that time. There's one more level though. So this is the cooked food market. There's normally, if you're here in the evening, they'll bum rush you and all these people come at you trying to get you to their restaurant, because it may look like one, but it's actually like 5 or 6 or 8 different restaurants here. Well, two good things about such a dense population are there's like a bank, a pharmacy, a jewelry shop, a real estate agency, and 300 restaurants within 2 minutes of you anywhere. But it also means really niche little businesses that otherwise couldn't survive can. This little corner store here, all they sell is mangoes. I don't know how they're affording their rent, but somehow they sell enough mangoes to have a prime piece of real estate like that. So this is Cheung Hing, the cafe, kind of traditional one that I told you about. I don't know how long it's been around, a long time. Let's grab a snack. I actually have been looking for fitness guys to shoot for my YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
You're a fitness guy.
Yeah, I am.
Let me get your number. And you're obviously not shy. See, another great thing about Hong Kong, there's just hot guys on every corner who want to give you their number.
Okay, wow, you're famous.
Whoa.
Right, ooh.
Cool, so send me a message and we'll see if we can set something up.
Ah, cool.
Cool. Now, what's your name?
Ken.
Ken. Nice to meet
nice
you.
to meet you.
Cheers.
我叉燒菠蘿喎。
奶叉燒菠蘿。冇乜嘢啊。
Cheung Hing is a traditional coffee shop that hasn't really changed much over decades. The kind of food they serve is delicious and nutritious and served really fast. You'll find all different walks of life having breakfast, lunch or early dinner here from like 7 a.m. through to 6 p.m.
The cafe we just ate at is just a few doors down. It might surprise you, but Hong Kong has an amazing coffee scene. It's really expensive though. This is kind of a chain. They're pretty good, but it's like $5 or $6 US a cup. But just on this one street, which is pretty close to my home, is Pang's Kitchen, one of my favorite restaurants in Hong Kong. My favorite Vietnamese restaurant, a charming little Japanese that we sometimes go to for lunch, and maybe the worst hairdresser in the world. Don't even go there. But yes, let's go have a look at the racecourse.
The racecourse in Happy Valley was actually built back in the 1840s by the British under the colonial rule. If you have any interest in racing, it's kind of become an international icon, and people who don't know much about Hong Kong know about the racetrack. But for locals, it's more of a status symbol. Being a member of the Jockey Club means that you have a great opportunity to network with people who are in the similar kind of social circle.
So I hope you have enjoyed this little wander around. Right behind me, this is what I like to call Guilo Corner. It's where mostly Western people come to have drinks seemingly every night. It is Friday afternoon now. We filmed the whole video today. I have to say the X-T2 is genuinely a great walk around camera. It's really responsive, it's unobtrusive, it gets the job done. We shot all day. I haven't gotten close to finishing one battery, and the 18-55 as a one lens walk around kit for me is kind of the perfect option. Like I said, you can get these for a great price now, being that it's a couple of generations old. Check out KEH Camera, great warranty, great returns, and they're really good people to deal with. Every single thing that I've bought from them says it's in a certain condition, and it arrives much better than I had expected. So check them out, links are below. I'll also put some sample files down there that you can check out. If you haven't already, please do sign up to my mailing list over at artnudeportraiture.com and mattgranger.com. And being a Friday afternoon and like 35 degrees, time for a cold one, but no beer today. Let's just have a Pocari Sweat. If you've been in Asia, you'd know it. If you haven't, you're probably horrified, but it's really good. Thanks guys, we'll see you in the next one.